Welcome to another Mississauga Junior Hurricanes hockey game. Game 3 of USA Canada Cup Series goes today. Mississauga taking on OHA Red. OHA is 0-2 so far. Games against Ottawa 67s. And Oakville Hornets 3-0 and 3-2 losers. Mississauga coming off a big come-from-behind win last night against Mission. Pool is tight at the top. Mississauga currently battling right now with North York for top spot.
Okay. I'll move over.
All right, here we go. Face-off one, OHA. They'll dump that puck down in behind the net. Sophia Makokis behind the net with it. Puck jumps in the corner. We're going to start off with some rough ice to begin with. Flood this time only coming between the first and second. And first shot just wide of the net. OHA, big chance. Kika Ho had her stick lifted. They'll flip it right back the other way. Out wide. Pulled up. Rotating back into the corner. Makokis picking it up in the corner. Chipped it back out. OHA coming out flying to start off with. Makokis along the boards. Paddling to help out. She'll pull that out. She'll just flip that out into the neutral zone. Trying to get a change going. OHA throws up the ice quickly. And Mississauga getting their change in. Along the wing, shot. That's blocked in front. And Fabro will get away along the wing. She'll cut to the middle. Shot, that comes over in the net. Rebounds just right in front. And can't get a stick on it. And net's off. That'll draw a whistle and a face-off in OHA's end. So 2 shot attempts, both teams both missing the net so far. And refs are going to put a little water on that net, see if it'll grow. Barron. OHA wins a face-off. Move up the boards on the breakout. Right. Fabro will cut that off. Moves over to Zun. Zun will dump it in deep. Up the boards again. Goins will keep that in. She'll fire to the far side. McQueen coming in off the change. And OHA will just dump that puck down. That'll be icing. Face off, draw one. Chipped up the boards. Hasmo will keep that in. Scaly. Langus chops that to the far side. And McDonald gets a shot on net. Up the boards, I'll get it in the neutral zone. Guino turns to the neutral zone. She goes across the front. Out to McDonald. McDonald's shot off the pad to the corner. Penalty coming to OHA. Puck rotated up the wall, and OHA will touch it, and they'll head to the box. Langus, Aquino, Staley, Pasma, McDonald on the power play to start. Face off one by OHA, behind the net. Chip it up the boards. McDonald down to stop the clearing attempt. And does finally get out into the neutral zone. Staley, good stick check. She'll regroup. Out to McDonald. McDonald flip that into the corner. Langus in the forecheck. She'll keep that puck in the corner. Puck comes out to the wall. Staley across to McDonald. McDonald tries to center off the stick. And Pasma can't keep that in. It comes off her stick. A race for it now. And Hepburn will just cover that up. Face off, one to the boards. Oh. Around the other side. Julier. Cuts through the corner. Chips that in. Puck fired around. Hold it in on the far side. She'll throw that back in the corner down to. Oh, nice shot attempt. Soja. That deflects just wide. Julier up top. Makokas just shot through. Tipped in front by Crucius just wide. And OHA will get that puck out and down the ice. 37 seconds left to go on the power play. Makokas now behind her own net, makes a couple moves around, a couple checks, cuts back towards the middle, and then it's dumped down. OHA race onto that. Put it up, shot, and Hepburn will hang on. $20 seconds left to go on the Mississauga power play. They'll face off in their own end. Draw back. Owen will get that from behind her own net. Has some room. She'll skate that up. Makes her move around one check. Heads through the zone. Looks far side. Gets Maisie going to the net. And Makokas scores. 4 seconds left to go on the power play. And Makokas makes it 1-0 Mississauga. Face off, won by Mississauga. Over to Owen. Owen tries to go far side for Maisie. That's cut off. Shot come in. Goins blocks it. Fighting in the corner. Puck comes out to the point. Maisie picks that off and moves over to Paddle. Paddle will flip that in right on net. And Stansted or OHA will cover up. Goslinberg in net today for OHA. Puck to the point, held in by Pasma. Pulled off the wall back there and over to Fabro. Fabro over to McDonald. Shot from Pasma. From the point. Spins at the point. Over to Theron. Theron. Over to McDonald. McDonald. Far side. Just misses Fabro on the back door. Fabro chips that in. Works it out of the corner. Zahn. Over to McDonald. McDonald. Shot. right in on Goslinberg. Langus wins the draw. Staley moves that back to Ho across to Makokos. Makokos' shot. That's deflected into the corner. And Aquino goes hard into the corner. Big check. And Aquino going to get 2 for roughing by the looks of things. So OHA will get their first power play. 9:13 left to go in the first period. 1-0 Mississauga. Oh, thank you. Sorry, just handed the coffee. Realized I was still on mic. Face off. Won by OHA. To the boards. Oh, backhander. Gets to the point. Not quite out. Oh, and it will slide out. Puck goes far side. Staley's going to jump on that. Staley drag that puck as far as she can. She's checked off of it. She'll flip back the other way. OHA into the zone. And just fire that down. OHA will regroup in the neutral zone. They'll go far side. Flipped in. Shot. Hepburn steers that to the corner. And Brucius will fire that out. She'll spin back in the neutral zone. Fire it down. Into the middle. 1-on-1 Owen. Good job of taking her man out. Puck will go up the boards. Fired down by Gloins. And moved out. Makokos now. She's got some room. 1-on-1. Trying to get a shot off. That goes just wide of the net. Flipped up the boards. Soja there. It's a back in. And she'll go back on the forecheck. Cut through the middle. Right there. Paddle shot. Clearing attempt. Paddle coming off the bench. Just skates into an errant pass. Good chance here. Short-handed. Mississauga hemming OHA in. Only 15 seconds left to go on their power play. They'll fire it down. Maisie now on the forecheck. Has it in her skates. And that'll do it for the power play. OHA now 0 for 1. Paddle along the boards. In there with 3 OHA players, Makokos and Pasma coming in to help out. OHA will win it back behind their net. Set up their pass, cut off by Fabro. Zun, back to Pasma, across to McDonald. McDonald, far side, goes through a bunch of skates in the end, and OHA will try to hammer that out. Picked off by Zun. Zun trying to get to her forehand. Knocked down. Helped by Farron. Farron to the point. Pasma fakes a pass across. Moves to center. Slides one into the zone. That puck ricochets off. Almost a deflected goal there. In the corner. Farron trying to bring it out front. And Donald tried to cut that off. Trips up. 2-on-1 the other way. Pass across. Flipped up. And that goes just wide of the net. Hepburn getting a piece of that one, I think. Dumped in. Pasma. OHA player right on her back. Chipped up the wall. Zun. Centers. Langus there to help that out. She'll circle back with it. That'll get out into the neutral zone. OHA has to go back into their zone. Throw a puck through the middle. And OHA will dump that in. Behind the net. Her check runs into her and falls down. Queen Oak to the line, not out. And that puck will flip up out of play. 5:08 left to go in the first period. 1-0 Mississauga. Face off, one to the point. OHA puts the puck towards the front of the net. That goes just wide. Staley reverses behind the net. Oh, back to Makokis. Makokis up the middle. Then I'll get out into the neutral zone. OHA will turn it back the other way. Giving it back to Ho. Langus spins. Sees Staley, just misses her with a nice exit pass, but unfortunately that'll be icing. Almost had Staley behind the defense there. Silja on the draw, wins it to the boards. Oh, yeah. Puck fired length of the ice by Loins. Oh, Thompson, or Lecourier almost hits Crucius on the far side. 2-on-1, nice pass. Just missing the stick. Owen blocking that attempt, coming across. In the corner, pulled up by OHA. OHA backhand towards the net. I think Crucius will get that at center. 3 players around her. She'll fire one towards the net. That's deflected. And penalty coming. OHA headed back to the box, and Mississauga to the power play. 4 minutes left to go in the first. Mississauga already 1-for-1 on the power play. Goal by Makokis. Assist to Maisie and Owen. Puck comes to the point. Owen goes out wide. Maisie cuts across. It's Petal up top. Petal tries to take a shot. That gets deflected into the corner. Makokis comes out. Knocked over, but gets the pass for the Petal. Shot. Rebound sits right there. Makokis' second shot. Blocked. Try to clear. Loins comes in to help out. And Maisie will recover that in the corner. A couple glorious chances there for Mississauga. Owen. To Maisie. Over to Petal. Petal shot just wide. Petal back to the point. No, Maisie. Shot. Into the glove. Rebound sits right there. Makokis tries to put in the... Oh, boy. Yeah, it looks like Mississauga's going to get a penalty. Couple pushes in front. He's only going to take one, and Makokis is going to get 2 minutes for cross-checking. So with 1:13 left to go on Mississauga power play, it's going to be 4-on-4. OHA now going to their second power play. At the point, OHA can't control it. Mississauga will go in the right direction. Theron through the middle. Out wide. Runs out of room. Turns back. And Hasman will help out. She'll give it a try. Go up. Takes a move towards the middle. Backhand pass to the front. Theron shot. Trickles over the glove and in. 4-on-4 goal. And Hasman will help out. She'll give it a try, go up, takes a move towards the middle. Backhand pass to the front. Theron shot. Trickles over the glove and in. Theron's third of the tournament. Asma, nice job of coming through the zone, getting that puck over. Shot hit the glove of Jocelyn Berg. That rolls over top and goes into the net. OHA, one shot. Second one just goes wide. Hepburn keeping those pads down. Guino now off the races. Still 4-on-4. 20 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4, and then it'll be a OHA power play. OHA circling their own zone. They'll head up the ice. Move around Ho. Shot towards the net. Hepburn will glove that. Hold for a face-off. Face-off. One quick shot goes off the side of the net. OHA very quick off that draw. And Mississauga now shorthanded for the next 40 seconds. OHA regrouping at their own blue line. Up the wall. Tap one towards the middle, and that falls off the stick. Scaly, chip it up the boards. Couple moves. Shot towards the net. Hepburn. Shot. And OHA from their own end. Owen steps up. And Mississauga looks like they're going to head right back into the box. Too many players on the ice. Recchi trying to argue. They only had 5 on the ice coming out of the box on the penalty just as it was expiring. And Mississauga going to go back to the PK again. 1:11 left to go in the first. Soja on the draw. One to the point. It's going to get to the line, not out. Soja again trying to get there. And the Lions will fire that the length of the ice. Crouch is the first one there. Goslinberg's going to just move that up the wing. OHA across the line. Focus. Kinzer checks the wall. And Owen will fire that out. 34 seconds left to go in the period. OHA from behind their own net. Up the boards, that goes through a bit of traffic. Gets to Goins. Goins throws a far side. 2-on-1 now. Petal tries to get that over to Maisie. Can't get it there. And she'll just come back and bring it out in the neutral zone. 12 seconds left to go. And she'll fire it down. That'll get all the way down. That should do it. Maisie, though, first on that puck. 3 seconds left. And she'll just drag that out. And that'll do it. 9-1, Mississauga up 2-0. We'll get a flood here, and we'll back shortly. Barron trying to bring it out front. And Donald tried to cut that off. Trips up, 2-on-1 the other way. Pass across, flipped up, and that goes just wide of the net. And Tasman will help out. She'll give it a try, go up, takes a move towards the middle. Backhand pass to the front, fair and shot. Trickles over the glove and in. Mississauga will start second period. Short, 49 seconds. Mississauga is scoring OHA in the first 2-0, and they'll start the Mississauga out shooting OHA in the first, 11-6. Mississauga was 1 for 2 on the power play. OHA 0 for 2. They're currently on the third power play now. They'll dump that puck down deep. Oh, in the corner with it. Poked up the wall. Doing a good job of holding that puck in. Go back behind the net. Makokas right back to pinning along the wall. And penalty coming. 3 seconds left to go on OHA's power play. And I think they're going to the box. .47 headed to the box. Let's see what the call is. It's like a body checking penalty, a boarding penalty. And we'll have 4-4 for 3 seconds, and Mississauga will head to the power play in their third. Face off, one of the boards. Soja will pick that up. She'll throw that to the point. McWillier over to Owen. Owen, far side. This is Soja with that pass. OHA fires up, and it'll hit the ref, and out of play. Face off, won by OHA. Try to keep that puck in, it'll squirt out. Soja moves it back to Gloins. Gloins has it come off her stick. Owen, poke check. And she'll take that back behind her own net. Regroup, throws it up the wing. And Hepburn will hang on to that. Face off, one behind the net. Owen first to it, drops it over to Loins. She'll come in the corner, up to Petal. Petal, get the line. She'll dump that hard around the other side. Maisie, Loins there, fired up the boards. But Gokas can't keep that in, and Owen will have to go all the way back. OHA hard in the forecheck. Owen spins off her check. And up the wing quickly to Maisie. Maisie far side to Gloins. Gloins will fire that in. We'll try and get set up again. Paddle. Maisie back to Owen. Owen to the middle, over to Maisie. Maisie got some rim shot. Deflected into the corner. Paddle. Back to Owen. To Paddle. Down into the corner. And that puck will get by everyone far end. Phasma now behind her own net. She'll bring that out. Spin back one more time. Comes out again. Over to Owen. Along the wall. Far side to Theron. Theron over the line. 3 seconds left to go on the power play. Theron circling to the point. Phasma takes a shot. Spins off of it. Goes to the corner. Backhand towards the net. Fabro takes a swing at it. Can't get a handle on it. And that puck will get chipped out into the neutral zone. McDonald up to Zun. Zun tripped on the play, and that's going to get Mississauga back on the power play. Delayed. Phasma for McDonald. Extra attacker out. Back to Phasma. Off the heel of her stick. Phasma. He's there in the middle. Far side to Fabro. Fabro goes wide, gets knocked down, and OHA will touch that up. Mississauga will go back to the power play. Number 19 headed to the box for OHA. And 2 minutes for tripping. $11:30 left to go in the second period. Puck to the point. Pasma will chip that back in. Langus misses that. Along the boards. Back to the point. Pasma. Maisie steps off the wall. Puts a puck towards the net. Hits his skate. He'll pick it right back up. Puts it in the corner. Maisie. Quino outside McDonald. McDonald behind the net. OHA will pick that up. They'll fire up to the glass. Quino will hold it in. Pasma there. McDonald up top. Has a sliver stick. She'll pick it right back up. Gets to her forehand. Falls along the boards. Catching an edge. Langus will get it. Give it right to Quino. Quino just misses it. Puck to point. Off the skate. And Quino will dump that in. And Pasma can't hang on to that. Makokis from her own end fires it up the boards. Fruchich chips that into the zone. OHA will recover that, but Pasma will pick that up coming through the zone. Through a couple checks over to Fruchich. Fruchich makes a move but can't get the shot away. And puck to the point just over Makokis' stick. 16 seconds left to go on the power play. Mississauga from their own end. They'll regroup. Flips up to Soja. Fruchich gets it at the blue line. 3 seconds left. That'll do it for the power play. Puck sticks out. Makokis. Far side. Just misses Leculier on the back corner. Soja centers. Fruchich spins. Makokis right there. Shoots. Scores! Sticks out. Makokis. Far side. Just misses Leculier on the back corner. Soja centers. Fruchich spins. Makokis right there. Shoots. Scores! So Sophia Makokis, her first of the tournament. 3-0 Mississauga. Just as the penalty was expiring. Behind the net, OHA trying to center. To Gloins. Gloins up to Owen. Owen backhand chip to Petal. Petal tips that by her. Check. Goes to the net. And Owen is dumped along the boards. Still down. And slow to get up. Here's Owen. And she's up. Mississauga will go back to the power play. 4 minutes head contact is going to be the official call after a conversation with the linesman. So Mississauga going back to a 4-minute power play. Face off. One by Mississauga. That's the point. Phasma through the skates into the corner. Oh. And Loins rocked along the boards. That's going to get another penalty. 5-on-3. So it's 8:31. OHA bringing the physicality. So full 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. Face off one. That'll get outside the zone. Owen will come back and get it in their own zone. Has some room. She'll skate that into the end. Hold up. Drops it down for the Queen, or for Maisie. That won't get to the target. OHA will dump at the length of the ice. Owen across the line. Stops up. Loins keeps that in. Far side. Maisie spinning there. Far side to Gloins. Gloins. Middle to Owen. Owen. Shot off the blocker into the corner. Owen. Low. Just misses pedal. Shot in the back. Maisie. Far side pedal. Another attempt at a one-timer. Just missing the net. Pedal tries to center. Loins back in. Up to Owen. Owen down low. Pedal. Far side to Gloins. Gloins. Owen. One-timer. Shot off the glove. Owen down the corner. Maisie cuts across the top. Shot. Rebound. Sits right there. Can't get it to go. Owen again up the top. Shot. Up and over the net. Rebound. Right there. Loins almost puts that in. Loins drops for Owen. Owen backhand pass to Loins. Loins steps in. Shot. And gloved and held by Goslinberg. Well, Mississauga wants a bunch of glorious chances there in that 5-on-3. First 15 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. They'll still be on the power play after that for another 2:07. Barron to the point. Phasma shot from the point. Right into the glove of Goslinberg. Saw that the whole way. Seven seconds on the 5-on-3. 2 minutes still left on the double minor. And Barron to the point. Phasma, far side, hits McDonald. McDonald shot up on Goslinberg. Rebound sits right there. They'll get up the boards. Far side. Get back in. Fabro to McDonald. McDonald shot. Rebound right there. Goslinberg covers up. Whistle goes quickly and the puck gets launched free. And Mississauga still a minute 31 left to go. Now just 5-on-4. 6:10 left to go in the period. 3-0 Mississauga. Face off. Scramble. OHL get control. They'll fire it up. McDonald will keep that in. To Phasma. Phasma. Cross to Theron. Theron will step into a shot off the glove. Up and over the net. Find the net. Squeezed in the corner. Zun. OHL get that. They'll fire it. And they'll get that out. Just over a minute left to go. Mississauga's power play. Pasma spins off a check. Spins again. We'll move it up the boards to Theron. Theron's got some room. She'll skate it up. Across the line. Goes around her check. Tripped up. Then hit on the boards. Definitely getting a little physical. Fabro. Back to Ho. Ho. Across to Makokis. Makokis puts a puck through the center. That misses 2 targets. Ho. Back to Makokis. Makokis. Puck towards the net. Rebound sits right there. And Langus getting shoved from behind. Ref took one last time out of the puck, but I don't know. Nothing going to get called here. 23 seconds left to go on the Mississauga power play. 5:02 left to go in the second period. 3-0 Mississauga. Face off, one towards the net. Oh, racing to get to that puck. She'll spin off a check. Try to get towards the net. Behind. Sees Makokis up top. Shot deflected just wide. And OHA getting another penalty. Aquino. Extra attacker on the ice. Far side. Makokis. And that'll get tipped by OHA. And they're going to go back to the PK. Mississauga is going to be their 5th attempt for the turn or for the period. 4:35 left to go. OHA pretty much played most of the period short-handed. Two minutes for tripping. Doja wins the draw. The point. Gira bats that down. And they'll get outside the zone with Coulier. Across the ice to Owen. Owen up to Soja. Soja stops up along the boards. Coulier makes a move. Drops for Owen. Owen to the middle. Far side to Gloins. Gloins back up to Owen. Owen shot. Hits Krusic in front. Providing the screen. That gets fired. Past everybody. Hepburn will come out and play that. He'll fire it around. Owen drops that back down. OHA will come up on it. And Mississauga going to get a penalty on this play. Soja. Shot. Hepburn steers that to the corner. Mississauga will touch it up. And that'll do it for Mississauga's power play. 106 of 4-on-4 hockey. Refs having a fun old time calling penalties. And McDonald from behind her net has some speed. She'll skate that up. Looks far side. Makokis drops that for Pasma. Pasma's got some steps over the line. Takes a shot off the post and in. A 4-on-4 goal by Pasma. Has some speed. She'll skate that up. Looks far side. Makokis drops that for Pasma. Pasma's got some steps over the line. Takes a shot off the post and in. And looks like OHA's coach wants to chat. Not sure what that's all about. 4-on-4 goal. Mississauga now up 4-0. Pasma, second of the tournament. Pasma back to McDonald. McDonald up to Petal. Petal's got some room. She'll chip that to the front. Amazing with a quick shot. Not steered away. Far side, Pasma. The top. She'll put it towards the boards. Still 4-on-4. Petal will bring that out into the neutral zone. He'll circle back for some room. Chip along the boards. Maisie from behind the net. Tries to center. Can't get it out of her skates. OHA from behind their own net. They'll fire it up into the neutral zone. Ho gets that puck quickly up to Zun. Zun chips that back into the zone. OHA now on the power play for 48 more seconds. I think Goslinberg will cover that up for a face-off. Face-off scramble. Zun spins in the corner. Hit hard from behind. Arm does not go up. Maybe OHA has had enough penalties, I guess. I don't know, but that definitely looked like there was some infraction there. Either way, Mississauga still controlled. Darren will bring it in. She'll get a shot. That goes just wide. They'll come all the way around into the neutral zone. Owen will pick that up at her own blue line. Goes cross ice to Gloins, and Gloins will fire that down the length of the ice. 5 seconds left to go on the power play for OHA. That should outdo it. Owen picks up a pass off the wall, or clearing attempt. Aquino. And Owen back in the neutral zone, back to the blue line. Over to Gloins, back to Owen with some speed. Makes a couple moves around a couple players. Into the corner, onto her backhand, cuts in front of the net, passes it. Just missing Aquino with that one. And OHA will flip that out to the neutral zone again. Owen, Gloins, Owen, back to Gloins. Again, another push from behind. Langus going down. And OHA just flipped that in and out of play. 1:03 left to go in the second period. OHA getting a little chippy, making sure to finish all their checks. Face off, draw. Won by Mississauga, over to Pasma. Back to McDonald. McDonald up to Staley. Staley battling. Centers that pass, goes through the crease. Intended for Langus. Pasma. Langus walks out. Off the wall. Staley with it now. Pulls it to her forehand, backhand. To the front of the net. Rebound. Poked at it by a couple players. Staley will get hooked down. Another non-call there. And OHA will turn it back the other way. 20 seconds left to go in the period. They'll throw a puck towards the net, and they'll just go into the corner. Pasma on that. Staley from behind the net. She's hit. Goes to the ice. Puck out in the middle. Langus cuts that off. And 3 seconds left to go in the period. Up the boards. OHA gets one last attempt at the net. And that'll go just wide. That'll do it for the second period. Mississauga leads 4-0. Need a short break, and they'll get going with the third.
You broke up with me. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out what I did wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm usually the first one to admit I did wrong. Get over yourself. It's no big deal if I run a little faster than you on the playground. Get over yourself. What's your problem? What's your problem? Well, if you don't like girls that are stronger than you, well, if you don't like girls that are faster than you, well, if you don't
So as we start the third, Mississauga 1 for 7 on the power play. Staley heading off the ice with the trainer. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But we actually start this period even strength. OHA drops that puck, chipped up. Bruchis one-on-one, tries to cut to the middle. A good stick by OHA, stops that attempt. Coulier on the side. Puck's thrown up the boards. And Sojo chipped that in. Coulier tries to pull that puck to the forehand. Centered. And can't get a handle on it. That puck will get chipped out. Makokas in a race for it. She'll hit a couple players on the way through, and surprise, surprise, we got a penalty coming. And Mississauga will touch up. They'll head to the penalty kill. Makokas probably for body checking. Yeah. If I was a betting man, it's body checking. Oh, we'll call it interference. That'll work too. So Mississauga will kill off a penalty here to start the third. 14-17 left to go. Face off one. OHA. I'll get to the line and out. OHA up the boards. Zahn will pick that up. She'll fire that down. Chip to the far side. McDonald's going to jump in and try and keep that in. And OHA across the line. Backhand pass. It's a couple of skates and I'll get out to the neutral zone. OHA into the zone. Hasman trips, trying to make a check. Up quickly. OHA pulls that out from behind the net, goes to the point with it. Moves far side. Shot. That's wide of the net. Another shot attempt to in front. Hasman will pick that up. She'll fire it up on the glass. That'll get up along the boards. Held in by OHA and fired back into the corner. Hasman will try that again, this time going up the middle. Then bounces one out into the neutral zone. 50 seconds left to go on the OHA power play. The puck moved to the middle. Makokas finishing her check in the neutral zone. And Petal will flip and turn that puck far length of the ice. Rothenberg stops that for a D. And they'll chip it up the wall. Langus. And Owen pinch off. Any clean attempt to get into the zone. They'll try and go back the other way. OHA chips that in. Owen behind the net. Fires it hard up the boards. Stopped at the blue line. Chipped across the far side. Into the middle. Owen. 2 stops. Aquino almost gets that poke check. Owen will pick it up. She chipped up trying to get through the zone. Not enough for a penalty. Puck will pop out. Owen tries to bring it up. Everyone making sure they protect themselves. A lot of bumping in this game so far. Going into every scrum. Prepared for it. Coulier makes a nice dash through some players. A move to the backhand. Can't quite get that up and over the pad. OHA, their own end, moves up the middle. Nice poke check. Jojo will turn it back the other way. McDonald will jump into the rush. Pass to the middle to McDonald. Soja just missed by a check. She spins off. And puck fired down the length of the ice. No icing. OHA flips it the other way. McDonald into the corner. Helped out by Soja. And Pasma. McDonald out wide. Krucic hits the Coulier in the middle. Pops back to Krucic. Poked off her stick. OHA regrouping in their own end. Pass attempt picked off by Cruces. Cruces backhand pass into the skates. Doesn't get all the way through. That puck will get back into the neutral zone. Makokis flips that back in. Barron chips that by a check. They got a 2-on-1. Fabro on the far side. Pass attempt across. That jumps over Fabro's stick. Barron over to Zun. Zun tries to center it. That'll go off the stick, and OHA will come out. Try and chip it by Makokis. Oh, there to help out. Makokis up to Fabro. Fabro cuts across the middle. She'll zigzag back and forth through a couple checks into the corner. Driven hard into the boards. Bounces back up. And Zun on the back check. And Trailer picks up that puck. Can't quite get it through. A backhand attempt. Oh, now in the corner. Makes a move around a check. Backhand pass far side. Petal will pick that up. She'll spin it. Petal through a couple checks into the zone, but OHA pinching off. Any attempt to get into the zone. They'll fire it up. Petal picks off that pass. Petal shot towards the net. Tipped by Maisie. Just wide of the net. Makokis now behind the net with it. Centers. Goes up through the middle. Oh, and he'll pick that puck up in the neutral zone. She'll turn it back the other way. Across the line. Makes a move. Stays with it. Comes off her stick, but it'll get just outside the zone. And stick slashed out of the hand of McDonald. And OHA going to kill another penalty. So 9:15 left to go here in the third period. Mississauga leading 4-0. They're going to go to their 8th power play of the game. Langus, Son, Aquino, Tasman, McDonald to start this power play. Face off, one to the corner. OHA tries to go back up the boards. Langus hold that way behind the play. And OHA moves, scores, short-handed. So 13 seconds into that. OHA player getting way behind the defense. Cherry picking on a penalty kill. Interesting concept that pays off for them. Face off one to OHA, and they'll fire that puck down. McDonald at her own blue line. Chips it across to Pasma. Pasma back to McDonald. McDonald tries to go back far side, picked off by OHA. And into the corner. Pasma pinning her check. What's centered? Bruchich with some speed through the middle. Fires. Puck into the skates of Gothenburg, and Gothenburg will hold for a face-off. A puck rattle in the pads. 1:19 left to go on the power play for Mississauga. Face off to the point. Makokis. Makokis over to Ho. Ho will step into one. Big slap shot up and over the top of the net. May have been deflected. Bruchich now in the corner. Back to the point. Ho. Strip that back down the wall. They get chipped out. 1-on-1. Freeman goes towards the net. That goes just wide. Soja. Turn back behind the net. We'll start out. Up the wing. Lots of room. Bring that into the zone. They'll fire around hard to the far side. Leculier waiting for it. Chip that back into the corner. Kruchich behind the net. Fires it all the way around. Unfortunately, too hard. And that's going to get by Makokis. She's going to have to come back to her own end. And Mississauga with 23 seconds left to go will start back behind their own net. Oh. Comes out front, up the wall from the Cocos. Off her stick. Chases it down. And Theron's going to bring it back into her own end. Move around one check. Up to Fabro. Fabro. Check trying to get into the zone. It's turned back. Zun. Over to Owen. Owen back to Gloins. Gloins, lots of room. Up to Fabro. Hits the stick. That'll go down. Krucic. Theron on that forecheck. Flipped up the boards. Petal will keep that in along the boards. Fabro and Petal in the corner. Fabro pulls it out. Threw a couple sticks. Makoka's coming late. Shot. And Fabro over to Owen. Owen. Shot. Rebound. Sits up. Can't get a handle on it. And whistle will blow. Nets off. So Fabro over to Owen. Owen, nice shot. Puck popped up. Rebound sits right there. Petal just couldn't get a stick on it. 6:35 left to go here in the third period. Mississauga leads 4-1. Makokis on the draw. Wins that back to Gloins. Gloins over to Owen. Owen shot. That gets through traffic. Kicked out by Gossenberg. Up the boards. Maisie back to Gloins. Gloins has it chipped around her. OHA back the other way. Petal, nice back check. Stopped any rush attempt. Gloins in the corner with Makokis. And OHA will step out of the corner with it. Shot up and over the net. That'll go up the boards. Petal. She'll chip that out into the neutral zone. 3 OHA players on her. That puck will come out. Hasma, far side to McDonald. McDonald quickly up to Langus. Langus chips that towards the boards. OHA just fires it back the other way. Hasma. OHA right on her back. Flips up the boards. Kept in. OHA spins. Shot. That goes wide. Guino on the far board tries to chip that out. Dumped back in by OHA. Hasma goes back the other way to McDonald. McDonald up the boards there and can't get that puck off the boards, and OHA will flip it back into the corner. Cycle back in the corner. Hasma from behind her own net chips that up. Again, centered. OHA towards the net. Hepburn steers that to the corner. And Aquino will finally get that out into the neutral zone. But OHA turns that right back in. Langus spins over to Ho. Ho quickly up to Aquino. Off Aquino's stick. She'll get off for a change. And Ho will be in on the forecheck. Seeing the change. And they turn it back the other way. Krucic tries to center. Ho jumping up on that play. Good back check by Soja. That gets by a couple sticks. Ophelia can't pick that off. And get turned back the other way. Soja flips it up. Ophelia. And Makokis will pull that. She'll chip that into the zone. Chase it down herself. Into the up the boards. Centered. OHA back the other way. O'Coulier, good back check. Barrett in the corner. Puck centered. And behind the net. OHA brings it back out. Tries to get it up on her stick for a little. The boards. Far side. Shot. Blocked by L'Coulier. Good stick. Bring back around the side. Fired. Big stop by Hepburn. And Krucic going back the other way. 1-on-1. She spins off her check. Knocked down. And OHA will turn it back the other way. Knocked down by Fabro. And that'll be offside. A rare occurrence where a whistle didn't mean a penalty. .304 left to go in the third period. 4-1 Mississauga. Face off one. Loins cross to Owen, quickly up to Zun. Zun tries to tip it by. And Owen and Zun. Makoka centers. Right through. Up on the glass. Owen stands up her check. To the front. Makokas. Owen along the boards. Loins dumps that back down the corner. Fabro. Backhand towards the front of the net. Doesn't get through. And second attempt gets through, but OHA's there, and they'll turn it back up. Ooh, kept in by Gloins at the point. Makokas far side. Hits Fabro. Fabro tries to put it back to Makokas. Spins. Knocked down. Tries to get it back towards the net. And OHA will get that out and it flipped into the zone. Bounce. Hepburn has to make a save. Those are tough. Owen. It's Maisie. That goes off the stick and down the end. 2 minutes left to go. Up off the boards. Kazma in on the forecheck. Find the net. Brings it all the way out. Still has it. He'll turn. Back up at the point now. Tries to center. Maisie has it. 3 players on her. Moves it back to Kazma. Tripped up. We're not going to call that. Comes out of the squad. Lang gets a shot. A rocket. A big save by Gossenberg by the blocker. Flipped up. OHA's going to ice that. That's going to get the length of the ice. And icing is called. 1:16 left to go in the period. Mississauga 4-1 lead. Things definitely a little chippy all the way through the game, so make sure to keep the heads up. Face off. Scramble. Back to the point. Dropped for Pasma, but OHA is going to break out. Shot. Hepburn makes the stop. Good back check by Aquino, forcing an outside shot. Hepburn with a big stop. 2-on-1 going the other way. Aquino, a move, slowing Barron's entrance. Oh, now over the blue line. She'll fire that down. 40 seconds left to go in the period. Centered. McCoulier there, shot. And a big stomp by Gossenberg. Oh, now over the blue line. She'll fire that down. 40 seconds left to go in the period. Centered. McCoulier there, shot. And a big stomp. 35 seconds left to go. Face off one by OHA. Flipped up. That'll get outside the line. Makokas will flip a puck the other way. OHA will pick that up. We'll get that into the zone. And we're going to call a tripping penalty with 21 seconds left. Why not? Wouldn't want to think he's not involved here in the last couple seconds of the game. So it'll be the 6th power play opportunity for OHA. But 21 seconds left on the clock. Face off one, OHA. Shot off, but it's blocked. No control up at the point. And Fabro, good job going right to the point. Good check. 10 seconds. Shot towards the net. Glove by Hepburn. She'll pull that one down. 7 seconds. So penalty-filled game. $14 penalties between the two teams. Face off one, OHA. Shot attempt with Coulier. Good stick getting out there. 2 seconds, and that'll do it. So Mississauga 4-1 winners over OHA. They'll head into tonight's game 3-0.